What's happening, everybody? Tranky 922 coming at you here. Um, this is a video that I have been dreading to make. This is a day that I have been dreading as a Green Bay Packers fan. But I also understood that with any legendary career, in any legendary sport, days like this were going to happen, whether we wanted them to or not. And as of today, March 15th, 2023, the Aaron Rodgers era in Green Bay has come to an end. I'm going to be real with you. This has been something that mentally I have tried my best to prepare for, but now that the reality has hit, it's starting to set in, and it's going to be reality moving forward. For me personally, it's something that I'm feeling very bittersweet about. It's something that, I'm glad it's going down this way versus how it went down with Brett Favre. This is way easier to swallow than the Brett Favre one was. Because if you don't remember, I'll give you some context. In 2008, Brett Favre had announced his retirement originally. We thought then that we just saw a Hall of Fame quarterback hang up the cleats, call it a career, and that would have been the end of it. But little did we know that he actually wanted to come back, but that the Packers had already moved on. We felt betrayed by the front office when they traded him to the New York Jets. When that trade happened, I think we were blindsided by that. We didn't understand at the time. We had some confidence or some belief in Aaron Rodgers, for that matter, that, yeah, he could take over and maybe one day be a good quarterback. But at the time, we were a mess as a fan base. We really didn't know what to believe. And so a lot of us were furious. A lot of us were distraught. We went to the 2008 season not knowing what in the hell we were going to get out of Aaron Rodgers, or really what in the hell we were going to get out of the Green Bay Packers. Fast forward past the 2008 season, and we realized, oh, hey, we actually have a good quarterback here. And despite the team going 6-10, there was a lot of promise for the future beyond then. For how it all turned out, even though Brett Favre, after 2008, then went to the Vikings, and we all know how that story went. For how it all turned out, especially in 2010 with Rodgers and the Packers winning a Super Bowl, I would say that transition started off messy, but finished spectacularly, because not only did we have a quarterback that turned out to be another Hall of Famer in his own right, but a fourth Vince Lombardi trophy found its way in Green Bay, Wisconsin. So it all ended up great, and we witnessed a Hall of Fame career preceding Brett Favre in Aaron Rodgers. It has been a wild ride, and despite all the playoff failures, and despite everything that we have wanted in Green Bay, mostly coming up short since the 2010 season, it's still been an absolute pleasure, absolute thrill, absolute joy to sit back and watch Aaron Rodgers play quarterback for this team. Because even though there's only going to be one Vince Lombardi trophy in Green Bay, Wisconsin that he and a Packers team would have won, it's still better than some other quarterbacks have had in their Hall of Fame careers. It truly does go to show just how difficult it is to win a Super Bowl in the National Football League. And it also goes to show that you can't do it with just one player. The Green Bay Packers, mostly in the Aaron Rodgers era, just were never complete enough. Something held the team back. And it sucks that that's the case. It's kind of a tragedy that turned out that way. But in hindsight, it was still an incredible run. It was still an incredible era of football in Green Bay. And it's something that I will forever be appreciative of, because I know that quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, and really Hall of Fame quarterbacks in general, they just don't grow on trees. They have to be molded, they have to be developed, and they also have to possess a special talent. And you can get these good quarterbacks that enter the NFL, and they can be as good as possible, but if they don't have like that special talent that sets them apart, then you could have a decent era, but nothing like what we had with Aaron Rodgers. Okay? Aaron Rodgers was a special quarterback for the Green Bay Packers, and I would be remiss to say anything else than that. All right? And so, with this reality now officially in place, we move forward to a new transition in Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers will be traded to the New York Jets, so history kind of repeating itself. Brett Favre was traded to the Jets, now Aaron Rodgers will be traded to the Jets. But like I said earlier, this one's going to be a lot easier of a pill to swallow because we have been ready for this. We knew that there was a possibility that despite everything that's happened since Rodgers took over up till now, that after this season had ended, we knew there was a possibility that Rodgers would not be the quarterback next year. Okay? It's not like it was a blindside in 2008 with Brett Favre retiring and then something coming back and then all of us getting thrown for a loop. We know Rodgers will not be the quarterback in 2023. And so, we now move on to the Jordan Love era. Rodgers will be traded to the Jets, and Jordan Love will now have his opportunity to be the starting quarterback for the Green Bay Packers and potentially a third straight Hall of Famer. We'll see if he can do that. We'll see if he has that kind of talent. With Rodgers moving on now, Jordan Love has 1 year on his rookie contract to prove that he is an elite NFL quarterback. And the way I see it, the way this has been set up, I am actually euphoric for the potential that could come out of this. Jordan Love, in a contract year, now is getting an opportunity to start in the National Football League, period. Let alone with it being the Green Bay Packers, and let alone with him taking over for Aaron Rodgers. This is a huge opportunity for him to fill a massive shoe. A huge opportunity for him to prove himself, and a huge opportunity to also make for himself a lot of money. Because let's face it, if he can pull off what Aaron Rodgers pulled off and successfully taking over from a Hall of Fame quarterback and then becoming a Hall of Fame quarterback himself, Love would have an opportunity to do what I don't think has ever been done in the NFL, and that's to have a franchise move on from not just 2 Hall of Fame quarterbacks, but then have the second one replaced with a third. If Love is anything like that, the Packers will be in great hands. Regardless, it is a huge opportunity for Jordan Love to do that with a Packers football team that, albeit has a lot of question marks, but still has the opportunity nonetheless. As a Packers fan, I'm feeling bittersweet, but I'm also feeling very optimistic about the future. Now, I also understand that with Jordan Love, this could all go sideways, and that the years of winning with Aaron Rodgers will be completely over, and that a massive rebuild could begin after this upcoming season. I get it. It's possible. But the idea that we could see another great quarterback emerge in this franchise in Jordan Love, it excites me right now. And so I'm very optimistic about the future. I'm very bittersweet about the departure of Aaron Rodgers. But as a fan, despite part of me feeling also very sad, I'm also very thankful. And I will wish Aaron Rodgers nothing but the absolute best moving forward. This upcoming season with the New York Jets, I will absolutely be cheering for him. And if the Jets do good, I'll be happy for it. I'll be happy for that franchise too, because I know they really haven't had anything to be happy about since the 2010 season. Ironically enough, the year that the Packers won the Super Bowl. Literally, the Jets, they've been terrible since then. And so they've needed something like this. And with Rodgers now going into that building, I feel like they got a great opportunity to be a winner. And if they can do it, I'll be happy for him. But we'll see. We'll see how that develops. But yeah, moving forward, I feel bittersweet, but I'm also very optimistic. And I'm just glad that now that we've arrived at this point, the transition is going to be happening this way versus how 2008 went down. I feel like this franchise learned their lesson. And albeit, even though Mark Murphy, I feel like he said a little bit too much lately in some interviews that I saw, I still feel like that at the end of the day, this is going to end up being better than 2008 was in terms of the transition. And then for Jordan Love, we'll see what he's got. I'm excited for him. And Packer fans, if I have one thing that I would ask of you, it would be that I would ask you to put your support and your trust in him. Because while no, he has not shown much in terms of promise from what playing time he has had, we also still have a lot of questions about him. And he now has the opportunity to answer a lot of those questions. And I feel like for us, we owe it to him to prove himself. And if he proves to be a great quarterback, then we're in good hands. And if he's a bust, well, then we just blame Brian Gutekunst for drafting the wrong quarterback. It's as simple as that. But I'm excited for the opportunity that he has. And I cannot wait to see what he can do. So that's my thoughts and opinions on the news that has dropped today with Aaron Rodgers departing Green Bay. Tip of the hat, Aaron. Thank you for everything. Thank you for all the great memories. Thank you for the Super Bowl championship in 2010. That was a day that I will never forget for as long as I live. All these great seasons of winning, I'll never forget. The literal owning of the Chicago Bears, I will forever cherish. And, really every great moment that you had in your career, I'll forever cherish it. I'm thankful that it happened in this current era of technology where it's super easy to access the highlights whenever I want. That stuff's never going away. And so I'm forever grateful for that. And just from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything, Aaron Rodgers. We love you in Green Bay. We'll miss you. But we also know this isn't the true end. We'll see you again in Green Bay one day, where this number will be retired, never to be worn again. I look forward to that day, and I know you do too. So, thank you for watching. Go Pack Go. Jordan Love, let's do this.